This is James Helder for IFL TV in association with Macklin's Gym Marbella. With me, I've got the Mundo, Callum Smith. We're at Goodison Park at Everton's football ground today. Tony Bellew versus Ilunga Makubu. Firstly, congratulations on your win, Cal. 6th round stoppage. Talk me a little bit through that, mate, if you can.
Yeah, good. We obviously always happy to get the win. Still unbeaten. Performance-wise, it wasn't the best of me, but again, credit to the opponent. He was tough to come out. He was very awkward, and I don't think the worst thing I could have done was knock him down in round one. So it made me think I just needed the perfect shot to finish the fight, and it didn't come. And two, sort of put him on defensive mode, and he was very awkward, and I rolled him, and he's getting the ropes and going low, and it was very hard to get clean. But again, I think a good day I'd still be able to deal with that sort of stuff. But I just got to allow myself to get a bit frustrated. But it's something I need to work on. And it was what it was. It was a fight just to take over, just to be a part of the bill. I know the big fights are coming. I can say I've always performed in the big fight so far, and I'll continue to do so.
We saw obviously him at the press conference with his clothes on.
Yeah.
We've seen a few Photoshop pictures going around as well, which I have to say was really funny.
Yeah.
He looked like a bantamweight, and then you know what picture I'm taking. You've all seen it and that.
Yeah.
So it was like, when we saw him at the weigh-in, it was hard to believe it was the same geezer.
Yeah, he was built well, to be fair to him.
When he
wasn't
ripped off his top, I was like,
that's one of them. If you put him next to, Martin Murray or people before, the height difference isn't so much. He's 5'10", Paul's 5'11", so it's just because I'm so tall, it made it look a bit worse. But nah, credit to him, he was tough. He took some shots, that better fights than him haven't took. So I've got to give him credit, but just a bit. That was a big stage for me, outdoors at Goodison. I got a very good reception, and I've had 20 fights now, and 19 of them I've performed very good, and the first one I feel I've underperformed, and it was on probably the biggest stage for me, so a little bit disappointed, but again I'm still unbeaten, it could be worse, so no injuries either, so I'm all good.
Do you find it hard when you're fighting someone like CESAR REYNOSO not to have that sort of fear factor, if you like, where they're butterflies, that nervousness?
That's what I said to Joe, just that even in the ring I had no fear of him, so in the end I was just walking towards him again, just trying to land one perfect shot to get it over with and just get out of there. But again, it's something I need to learn, work on in the future. But no, I think the fear factor does bring a bit more to your game, and I didn't quite have that tonight.
You're mandatory, obviously, to face BADOU for the WBC title.
Yeah.
That's the fight I know you want. That's the fight that everybody's sort of talking about now. What's the sort of plan going forward from here, and is there anything that's been spoken about?
No, I think it's just waiting on him. I'm obviously mandatory challenger that I'll get called for probably August, September, but he's saying he might want to have a unification with James DeGale. If he does, then that sort of makes me wait a bit longer. But no, if that is the case, then I'll fight again. I want to stay active and keep improving. It's just basically a waiting game, really. If the fight with him and DeGale doesn't come off, then he's got to fight me within so many months. So, but I do believe that is a fight I can win, definitely. The best of me beats the best of Jack, in my opinion. I need to improve on tonight, but no, I do think there is a fight that I will have the fear factor in, that will bring a better performance out from me.
Do you think BADOU's an underrated fighter when we look at his performance against Groves, against even recent BUTE? Do you think he maybe doesn't get the credit he could deserve?
Yeah, he doesn't, to be honest with you. I think it's a bit of both. He's better than a lot of people say, but as far as WBC World Champions go, I don't think he's he's not a Golovkin or someone like that. So, but no, he is a good fighter. He's underrated, and he does a lot of stuff good. So, no, it is a tough fight for me, but one that I don't feel I'm good enough to win.
We saw obviously James DeGale fighting out on the same card as when Jack and Lucy and BUTE fought. BUTE's now come out that he's failed sort of drug test, if you like. We don't know the full details on that, but what was your initial reaction?
I don't know, nothing shocks me now in boxing. I think every week now you hear someone else failing, and it's just, I don't know. It's one of them. He did finish quite strong in the fight, and the same with the fight before, but again, until it all comes out, I don't really know. But if it's true, then it's a bit disappointing. He always seemed like a good professional, and if he has cheated intentionally, then it's wrong for boxing, and I feel he should be banned. I think cheat should be banned, but it's one of them. You'll know a lot more in a few weeks. But if it's true, then it is disappointing. It's not nice to see.
He won a lot of audits for his performance against James DeGale. So
Yeah.
it would be a shame sort of to get overclouded with the
Yeah,
fact
exactly,
that
because if it comes out now, people will question how long has he been on it, was he on it
Exactly
for, so it just takes away, and he mightn't have been on it for all the other fights, but people will just say, guys,
puts
and
doubt on
yeah,
it,
it's
on
just
his wins,
so everything
doesn't
he's done now will just get, you know, bit discredited sort of thing, but no, he's a good fighter, but again, if he had intentionally took something, then, you know, it is disappointing for the sport, there's no room for Doug cheats in my opinion.
we've obviously seen David Price been very vocal about this. He's been on the wrong end of two or three even bad decisions with this to try and eradicate the problem. Do you feel as if there's a problem within boxing?
Yeah, because it's not like you're having a race and he beat you. If he failed to look successful, just take a thing. It's sport, it's physical, and we've seen stuff can go wrong. The Nick Blackwell thing, Michael Watson, it does happen, and if you were to find out after the fight one of them was on drugs, then it's a lot serious than just losing a race to someone. It's completely different when it comes to contact sport. So it's wrong, and I think it should be banned.
So we're now going to wait to see what happens, whether potentially DeGale has a unification with BADOU Jack. We spoke to James DeGale about the situation as well. He could very well maybe beat Jack and then even vacate one of the titles, or we could have a massive showdown. What would you prefer?
Either, to be honest with you, I'm like every boxer I want to become a world champion. I genuinely do believe I'm good enough to do that. Given the opportunity, I believe I can beat anyone in the world, given time and on my day. So I'll just wait and see. I don't really mind. Do Jack's to fight the champion at the minute, but if he loses to DeGale, then DeGale's an all British clash, which we've seen over recent years. The public love a bit domestic fights, so
really sells, don't
yeah,
they,
that's what I mean. So that can only be good for myself, my career, James' career. So again, the way it works out, I'm in a good position, and as long as I become world champion, I don't really mind who I beat for it. To dreams, to the kids, and I feel like I can achieve it.
Would you, if you was a world champion, would you give defence to British fighters, or would you look at marquee names? Do you think that some of the guys in this country deserve a shot?
On situations, doesn't it? And my position, there's a lot of good domestic fighters at world level, so it's a bit different. Whereas at some weights, domestically there is another fight as well, so you have to go and look for the big American names, but a lot of the big names in my weight division are British, so it sort of kills two birds at one stone. So yeah, I just want to get a world title, and then I'm sure the big fights will all come. I'm only young, I'm just getting to world level in my opinion, so, and I believe I can stay there a long time, so the next few years are very exciting.
Last but not least, I want to touch on George Groves v Martin Murray. Massive fight in your division. How do you see that one playing out?
I think it's a fight at two halves. I think it all starts well. I think he'll choose to box on the back foot, and I think he'll win a few of the early rounds, but he does tire, and Murray does come on strong. I think Murray will win the last half of the fight. It's just whether Groves gets a good start, takes too many of the early rounds and leaves too much of a mountain to climb for Martin, or Martin starts getting too early. And I think it's an interesting fight, to be honest with you, and it's just whoever sticks to their game plan best.
Potential opponents for yourself?
Yeah, why not? If they win, the winner's right back in the mix, and I feel I'm getting there as well. So there are fights that can happen with Brevard, and we all keep winning as such. They are two good fighters, so in the future, why not?
So on that note, I know Stephen Smith, your brother's going to be called out to go for his fight. So thank you very much for talking to us. We appreciate it, Callum.
Thanks a lot.
Catch you real soon. Thank you, mate.
Thank you.